Welcome to Own the Chaos. The stock market is crazy and chaotic.
And crash. You son of a... God. Hold on. Pause.
Brad and Fat Man Zoom are here to help you own it.
They were targeting Wall Street when they should have been targeting Capitol Hill. They should have been targeting DC. This is the same thing, and this is what people keep missing.
Taking it to the suits, being relatable and hilarious.
You bought GameStop at 400, didn't you? To the moon, baby. To the moon.
Get ready to own the chaos in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad. The stock market is crazy and chaotic. We made it our mission to help you own it, and we got a fantastic show for you today. I got guests with a P, plural. Guests. Normally, this is the time that I would start the starting five, but we're going to hand it off to the one and only Fat Man Zoom. What's up, Fat Man Zoom?
What's up? What's up? Fat Man Zoom here with the starting five. We have Jeff Panica. What's up? Philip Stroh. We got the OGs in the house. Tracy H. Housekeeping. Did I say feed the bull? I started with Jeff. Feed the bull.
Feed the bull is number uno.
5. And when you say guest with a P, I think you meant guest with an S.
I did not deliver that very well.
Sloppy.
Yes, I did.
You know who else is sloppy? Or is it too early for Freddie Valois?
It's not too early.
Let's boy Freddie Valois.
What's up, Freddie?
What's up? What's up, Brad? What's up, Fat Man Zoom? Yeah, man. Fat Man Zoom, been thinking about your condition, and it's really one of those things where it's like, you know, bad things happens to really good people, and it's terrible. You're the worst friend that this could have. There's 3 other friends I would have rather have gotten the thing you gotten than you. You know what I'm saying? There's still a guy that owes me $40 that I still have not let go. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this Kim Kardashian hate. A couple weeks ago, she released a video saying that nobody wants to work. People need to get their asses to work. And who can disagree with that? You know, Kim K has been hated on, and I think the hate is not valid. At the end, people are like, oh, what'd you do? You work. You're a billionaire. She didn't start off as a billionaire, right? Or maybe a millionaire. But here's what she did. She put out a sex tape, guys. That's a job. Putting out a sex tape is a job. Which one of us would put out a sex tape, right? And then leverage that sex tape into $1 billion business. I mean, that's not that ain't easy, people. She's released non-violent offenders from prison. She's taught many women how to be entrepreneurs through influencing and Instagram and all that. There's just so many other things to hate in the world, you know, like the atrocities the Catholic religion has done. There's still there's sweatshops. There's still slavery going on. There's just so many other things to hate, and not Kim Kardashian. I mean, even just for her fake ass alone, it's still some credit, guys. Don't just be hating on Kim K for no reason. Kim, I just think the hate can go to other places besides Kim Kardashian. Guys, that's all I have for you. Back to you guys.
I want to talk about this $1 billion business, and maybe this isn't appropriate. This isn't appropriate, but it's Thursday, and I feel like all bets are off for
It's a very
Thursday.
good day for that.
Freddie Valois, in the context of what you're bringing up, I feel like it is a perfect time. Shout out Don Fran with the Don Fran Show. It's time to give them that voicemail. Should I give this a voicemail?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So, as part of, all right, for those of you who don't know, I've got 18 months to live, less than 18 months, according to the doctors. I have brain cancer, and so they're telling me I have 18 months. So there's certain things you have to do, and one of them is I'm going to begin chemotherapy, you got to bank sperm. So I had to bank sperm.
Why do you have to do that?
Just if you want to have kids in the future,
like
trials or medication.
Save it for later.
Save it for later.
I got you.
So I bank sperm, and I got a call. They call you afterwards to make sure you're good and tell you how everything went. And I think everybody should hear this call because it's incredible. So here we go. This is from the sperm bank after I bank sperm.
After you spanked
Hi, Mr.
sperm.
Pastor. This is Dr. Tamara calling from Shady Grove Fertility. It's about 11:45 on Tuesday, March 1st. I'm calling with your freeze report results, which look excellent. The lab was able to freeze 12 vials of sperm, which is really outstanding. And each vial has 37 million moving sperm. So really this is an exceptional outcome with respect to freeze. I understand this is a pre-chemotherapy freeze. From my perspective, I don't think you need to come in for any additional freezes or freeze attempts prior to initiation of your chemotherapy treatments. I hope all goes well for you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey,
Outstanding.
Hey,
You may not pick this up.
37 million
Per vial, 12 vials, and don't think I didn't calculate that. 444 million spermies in one little boom boom. That's a 500 million little people running around.
Brad
is 1.5 billion.
That's right.
Brad, so my question to you would be, based off these numbers, would you invest in Christian Sperm at this point if it was a company?
All in.
No, the share
Dive in hand.
the share structure is way too large.
The float.
Yeah, the float's way too big. There's way too much dilution going on.
Outstanding. Really exceptional. And we don't need you to come here ever because we have enough sperm for the rest of your life.
That is
Sound like it was overflowing the office. They were like, we have actually too much. If you would come pick some back up now, please.
That literally made my year.
Was that
Ghost
just
Knight Neo says fat nut.
Oh my god. Was that like one sesh?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
That was a single banger.
Peter North over here.
Yeah, shit.
I'm just saying, fellas. I'm just saying. I mean, that was talk about puff chested.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just there we go.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Anyways, lost Jeff Benitez said I had 4 kids, don't know how many sperm lost on the mission. 500 million. Anyways,
That's wild.
there you go. If you didn't know, now you know.
There's a lot of football players, doctors, and lawyers that just saving them up.
Anyway, so I want to share with you guys.
A couple drug dealers, I'm sure, in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's up, Darren? Anyways, Lindsay's on.
I just saw
she's so tired of me bringing that up to everybody. I share it with everybody.
Oh my god. Well, that's the first time I heard it, so I'm here for it.
Anyways, what do we got going on today?
I don't even know how to follow that up. We got Neo earnings today. And so I just realized this before we went live that I put the Neo earnings on there. So real quick, we probably won't be live when Neo reports earnings. So I figured it'd be better off just to kind of give expectations and where we think it might go. I'm sure Fat Man Zoom probably doesn't have a whole lot to give, but I'm sure there's still perspective that we can all give. But I also kind of wanted to, so Freddie, I've been doing some portfolio reviews for some of our level 2 folks. So guys, if you're interested in that, hit the join button next to subscribe. And I kind of wanted to maybe take a gander at yours to see how it's doing and seeing if there's anything that we need to make changes on. So as I'm talking about Neo and stuff, I thought maybe you could pull that up and we can kind of have a chat about it since it's been a minute.
Will do.
Perfect. All right. So Neo's estimated earnings per share is a loss of 21 cents. Average estimated revenue is $1.53 billion. Here's the thing. It is still been just beaten down. It didn't quite move the way that a lot of the other Chinese stocks move. I mean, when China basically came out and talked about how they were going to play nice in the sandbox with the U.S. exchanges, we saw how Baba went absolutely ape shit. JD, Pinduoduo did the same thing. They all made Pinduoduo. That's how you say it.
Oh, okay.
Not duo. Goddamn,
how is it again?
Goddamn Americans. Duo.
Okay.
That's
I mean, we've had conversations about how things are pronounced in general.
I know. So I've been the dumb American that kept saying Pinduoduo until I actually realized what you're supposed to say. So I'm trying to not be that dumbass American.
Good for you.
Depends on your perspective.
Like,
you pronounce Spanish words in an English accent, so you're gonna go all in. You got to go all in.
that's true. That's true.
If you're Yeah, I think it depends on context. It's just it sounds good. Go for it.
Okay. Anyways, they all ripped, and Neo did kind of, but not really. I mean, we're only up from $13 from the low to $21.90, and you can make the argument that that's kind of the similar move that many of the other stocks have made in the market. So it hasn't really just outperformed like some of the other bigger Chinese stocks have. So we just got news this week about Tesla, making their first deliveries in Berlin of the Model Y. So those are out and being cranked out in Berlin and the rest of Europe. Obviously great for them because now they don't have to ship cars from China to Europe. Just a really big advantage for Tesla. And so Neo has just kind of been in the shitter. We've seen highs of around $67. Could this be the day on earnings day that we kind of see this get turned around? I think there is an advantage to Neo and the geopolitical issues that we are seeing across the globe. So there's been a lot of challenges with Ford, GM, and even Tesla is alluded to this. And I'd love to get Don Fran's perspective on this, as he just said, I'm back in Neo today. So if it doesn't happen to go up, F Neo, short it to the dirt. And as he says, it has one more chance. Because Neo is a Chinese company, I would imagine that advantage goes to Neo because of all the raw materials and rare earth materials that they have access to versus somebody like a Ford or even a Tesla. Even though Teslas are being made in China, I would think that perhaps there's maybe the argument that you can make that Neo may have an advantage in this perspective or in this instance.
That's a fair point. I mean, you think about there's a couple of factors, and to be transparent, guys, I've been so out of the loop in general. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Maybe historically you should take everything I said with a grain of salt, but definitely now. But think about this. I think you have geopolitically also like the spotlight's not on them anymore.
Yeah.
That's a positive. Potentially a short-term positive. The other thing is oil prices should benefit EV in general. Yeah, potentially. Depending on whether if it's something that continues in the progression that it's going. And the other thing is for Neo in particular, you can't ignore market share and you can't ignore their recurring revenue stream. And so I think it hurts them that they're a Chinese company in the sense of the automotive industry. But if they can shift that perspective, which some would argue they are, could benefit them. So there are definitely some factors that could benefit them. And your point you're making from a raw material perspective as well, they should have a leg up on everybody. And so I think you put it on the watch list this morning, didn't you?
I did put it on the watch list this morning just to kind of keep an eye on it. We are seeing interesting technical developments. And I just wanted to point out real quick that Pakas G, I'm saying that Neo is, I'm sorry, what was it? Who said it? Yeah, it was Paka. Said closing bell in 6 minutes and you won't be live for Neo. Here's the thing. Historically, Neo doesn't report earnings, or we don't get the earnings report from them until like 5 o'clock Eastern time, which is another hour from now. If we see numbers while we're still live, cool, but there's usually a good chance that we won't see it. So, but the expectations here, I think, are clear. And, the loss of 21 cents, obviously we know that the stocks that have been getting hammered lately, especially if they miss on earnings per share, and they report for losses because of the environment we're in. So that's going to be something to for sure watch out for as well. I think it wouldn't surprise me. We've kind of been seeing a theme of this as far as earnings season is concerned. We've been seeing this increase in revenue. So bringing the money in isn't the problem. Cost is the problem. Mm-hmm. Cost of goods have gone up, raw materials have gone up, and that sort of thing. Obviously, it gives a potential advantage to the Chinese automakers. However, prices of everything's going up. It's the cost of the vehicle isn't just solely relied on everything that's in China, and I think that could certainly be a factor. So my expectations for Neo is that the $1.53 billion that are estimated, I think they could potentially come in and beat that number. I would not be surprised if they missed on earnings per share and came in at a loss greater than 21 cents.
Mm. Okay.
So,
sorry, nothing else.
No, you're good. You're good. I think that that's really the only earnings that we have today that's actually worth talking about. Sorry about your luck go viral.
Did TMC have earnings? Somebody asked about TMC, or were they just generally asking about TMC?
TMC. I don't even
Go
know.
Viral did say no offense to guest. LOL. Thank you, Go Viral.
The metals company. When there's no earnings to really talk about, I got to do something, guys.
Yeah.
Did Freddie, did you pull up that account? Were we going to go over that?
Yep. I got it.
All right, what you got?
I guess I can share my screen.
You can.
When I don't have you added to it one or you haven't been active in it recently, right? You just kind of had the initial investment and then you added to it once, I think.
Yes, that's exactly what I did. Let's hold on. Let's see. Share screen. Can you guys see my screen? Hold on.
Not yet. There we go.
Can you see it?
There he is. Yep. So just to give you perspective here, Freddie just started this account this year, and we had him go into and add and buy up some stuff. What do you know the initial amount you started out with, Freddie?
$1,000.
And you added since then?
I think like 250 maybe.
Okay. So it looks like, let me see here.
It looks like I made some money, right?
No.
Damn it.
You're actually, hold on.
She cumulative P&L
Yeah. Click on the cumulative P&L.
in the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Going up.
Going. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Damn it.
And then you want to hit right below that. You're going to hit 1 year. Just hit 1 year.
Year to date or 1 year. Yeah. So year to date, you're down.
Well, that's 1 year.
1 year. Yeah.
Go year to date, YTD. That's fine. That's the best example because the market's down, I believe, about 7%.
Holy shit. For some reason, I thought I made $500, but
Yeah. So it's down a little bit, but your big holdings here is obviously Apple. I think you're going to be in good shape.
What the hell would you get? What's OPK? You got caught.
Oh, did somebody? I don't even remember buying that one.
Is that your free share?
That's his free share. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is doing well.
Yeah. You made a whole $3 on it. You could sell it. It's not going to
Nice.
move anywhere. So I would probably get rid of that one. This is just a freebie that Webull gives you. Apple, obviously one that you want to continue to hold on to. Airbnb you're back in the green on that. So that looks good.
Nice.
Can you scroll that to the right a little bit?
Expand it, you mean?
Oh, just scroll it over. Okay. I just didn't know why it didn't show percentage. Okay. Go back to the left. That's fine. This is a great example. And I'll say because, again, this is for everybody that's watching, this is a long-term investing account.
Yes.
So he's adding to it. A couple things you have to keep in mind, and we've talked about this. Dollar cost averaging is a huge advantage to you as a strategy, which you haven't been able to take advantage of because you haven't consistently added to it. So if you were able to add money to your account, you don't have to buy stocks. But if you had added $150, $200 a month or whatever frequency, then you could leverage these times that the market is down to get a better dollar cost average. So given that this account is like longer term, you have in my opinion, you have great opportunities to get a good dollar cost average on some stocks. So either pick up new stocks or probably more importantly, get a better cost basis on existing stocks. And all that means is like, just get a better average of how much it's worth. So buying more of whatever you believe in. So Disney, we know Disney is not going anywhere. Can you get a better average price? Apple, you're green on it, but like one would argue that there's still a ton of room. Apple's always going to be good.
Yeah.
Lululemon, you have really healthy stocks and it's a good mix. Well, getting a better average on it will help you when it moves up, in general. So in a long-term perspective, do we think Disney's going to go up? Well, of course we think Disney's going to go up. So I think that's the one thing that like doesn't have to be like, you're not trying to time it, but what we know is like a lot of stocks are on discount. And if your time horizon is years out, these are great opportunities for you. So I'd encourage you don't have to buy stocks now, but start adding a little bit to your account to be able to buy up when you want to buy up.
Yeah.
There's discounts.
Yeah. I mean, just looking here, the first thing that my eye gets drawn to is Disney.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the first thing that I would go after and buy up is Disney.
Yep.
And there's a couple of reasons. Obviously, you're down in it, so you're going to get a better dollar cost average on it. And as Fat Man Zoom alluded to, it's not going anywhere. It's probably going to continue to go up from here. But more specifically, I've been talking about on the channel for the last 4 weeks that I think we're going to see record numbers for travel this year, because everybody is done with restrictions, COVID restrictions. We're gonna get masks lift. The mask mandates are going to be lifted off of the U.S. airlines on April 18th, and so I think even if we see another variant of some sort, people have learned to live with it long enough to where it's not going to stop them from going to do what they're going to do. And I think that this summer could be a banner summer, and that helps obviously a lot of the travel related companies, and Disney is of course one of those. And so I think getting into it now before we start to see those big numbers pour in probably would be a good opportunity.
Yeah, and I could make the argument for O as well, Realty, which is a dividend stock, and we have it in our dividend bot. Now's a great time for dividend stocks as well. So that's one that, for you, Freddie, it's going to take a long time for you to really yield any tangible results. But again, it's all about compounding incremental growth, not a huge move, but like over time, you're like chipping away. And if you just add a dividend stock here and there, these are the times those start generating some cash flow for you. So it won't move the needle yet, but down the road, it may move the needle for you. So I agree. Disney would be my number one. I would consider O, and then I'd probably just lean into Apple just because it's a safe bet and just continue to build my share of Apple. Apple would be, out of these stocks, my largest allocation.
Would you consider adding a new position to this portfolio?
If I was Freddie, I would not, unless I would get rid of something. And the only reason I say that is because it's a slippery slope when you start to begin adding other positions to it.
Yeah.
If it was somebody who was seasoned, for sure I would. But for him, I would stay around. I think he's at 7 positions or whatever. I'd stay around that 5 to 7. It just is easy to start adding positions here and there. Like, oh, we talked about Neil. Let me go with Neil. Like, it's just easy to add into it. And then before you know it, you got 20 positions and are trying to scale back.
Yeah.
But
so
go ahead.
Does this mean I have $500 to buy more? What is this buying power cash balance?
Yeah. Yes. That's what that
Okay,
means.
cool.
That's how much cash you got.
Yep.
Cool.
To buy stocks. And you don't want to use it all. You want to create a little bit of a buffer, but yeah, that's what you have. And so I would start building that number, just even if it's $100 a month, whatever your number is, start adding it up, and then you get those opportunities.
The only reason I asked, or one of the couple of reasons I asked, one was because I know that there's a lot of people that probably would have had the same question. Yeah, but Don brought up a good point. He said, I missed all the positions. Is there any Target in there? There is no like big box retailer in there. Now we have Lululemon and Crocs. So you can make the argument that there's retail that lives in there.
Yeah. Or you could pick one of those if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And say go into, but yeah. I mean, you could. There's also other things. I was going to say there's no travel. You could put Airbnb there. There's definitely other opportunities in there.
Yeah.
But again, as I think what's more important than adding to positions, diversification is certainly important. But I think what's more important is to understand dollar cost averaging and building positions
and what you own
and just really understanding that.
Yeah.
Because Freddie, I mean, I don't know the answer to this question, but I have a very good hunch. How much have you really looked into Lululemon, Crocs, Disney, these companies since you bought them?
0.
Yeah. So like that to me,
yeah,
makes sense. Like starting there, like what are they doing? It doesn't have to be deep stuff, but like what are they doing and what's going on? And do you still have high conviction in those companies? And if you do, you're getting them on discount if you add to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
Okay.
Well, what would you? I mean, the same question for you.
Would I add to?
Would you add a position?
Add a position. I think that if I were, it may be into something like a stable or consumer type of play, such as like a Target or Costco. Which you also get the benefit of a dividend as well. I mean, not like it's anything big, but
What about like a Coke or a Pepsi or? Yeah, I mean, you could. I don't. Dollar cost averaging is such a cost basis, and dollar cost averaging is such a important topic.
Yeah.
Until Freddie could 100% wrap his head around that and explain it back to me, I'd be like, I wouldn't touch anything. I would just focus on that part.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Faux show.
All right.
But eventually you will want to build your positions and get to a point where you have more positions. Do you know what we mean by saying positions?
The companies themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. How many
Yeah.
companies are you invested in?
Stocks you own.
Cool.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you sharing that with us and giving the people an update.
And don't be discouraged again that you're down. Like don't first of all, the overall market's down around 7%. And you're down 14, so you're not doing as well, but the market's down, and especially if you dollar cost average, it's going to come back for you, and it's going to come back quickly. So I wouldn't get hung up whether you're up or down. The fact is that the stocks are on discount, and that's all you have to know. Yeah. What's up, Shanjeev? What ticker we got?
So somebody was asking about the Honest Company, and I wanted to.
Is that the T?
Yeah, like Honest Tea.
Yeah.
No,
or no,
not the Honest Tea Company.
It's not the tea company.
It's shit. It's Jessica Alba's company, I think, right?
Is it
I'm
like
pretty sure
beauty products? Booty?
No, it's like oh shoot, what the hell is it? It's like
diapers, wipes,
kind of like that.
Baby and beauty store.
Sells, yeah, but it's like all natural stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyways, the expected earnings per share on that was a loss of 6 cents with $84.5 million in revenue. They came in a loss of 10 cents, so they missed on earnings per share, and they missed on revenue as well, 80.4 million. So not a good day for the Honest Company. Let's take a look at the chart here real quick. I can show you how it's doing. It's not doing great. It's down 17%. So I didn't actually think that anybody was interested in the Honest Company, but somebody had asked about it, so I figured I'd bring it up. Nothing on NEO yet, and that's not surprising. I kind of thought that NEO was going to report a little bit later. If you guys missed the part of the show where we kind of spoke about that, we talked about how there's definitely some risks, but also some potential rewards here for NEO, and the benefits are that it is a Chinese company, and China has a lot of resources that they're keeping in-house right now. And I think that could be an advantage for NEO, especially from a production standpoint. Their expected loss per share is 21 cents, and their revenue is somewhere around $1.5 billion. So I think my expectation is that they do end up beating on revenue, but then missing on earnings per share due to costs. But we'll see. We'll see where that goes. If they do actually end up reporting before we sign off, I'll certainly share those results with you. But so far, we got nothing. But right now, the Honest Company, Jessica Alba ain't doing so hot. She ain't doing so hot. It is starting to bounce back a little bit. It came all the way down to $4.80, but sitting up 15%, or sitting down 15% right now. So,
Daniel Price says, finance tip number 1, do not trust Jessica Alba.
Yes, it's probably a good call. But let us know what you guys are doing. If you guys enjoyed, kind of us covering Freddie's portfolio, and you would like to get yours kind of checked out and talked about and gone over, and we'll give you our opinions on it. Make sure you hit the join button next to subscribe and join level 2. We got a really good momentum going on as far as that's concerned. People are really liking it. Some really good feedback on it. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll be live to go over a few more reviews on those. Rajiv was in the house, one of our subscribers today, and he was showing me his portfolio. So I'll be reviewing that for our level 2 folks, as well as a couple other ones. If you guys want to be a part of that, again, make sure you hit the join button next to subscribe. I did see Darren Anderson joining the Chaos crew today. Saw it in the chat, so appreciate you. Appreciate you. Ooh,
pull up on me.
Say what?
Jack says, how long till earnings release? 3 question marks.
Pull up on me.
We have, so Jack, I have no idea when. So NEO earnings are supposed to be after hours today. Usually it's a little bit later in the day. Snookeroo is speculating 9 p.m. I don't think it was that late at night, but I thought it was like more like 5 or 6. I could be wrong. And
Sam Cisnero says, Berkshire for Freddie's portfolio. Good ad.
Ooh, that could be a good one, but it is a little on the spency side.
All right.
Take a look at it. So Berkshire Hathaway B shares is what you may want to take a look at. So for this is a fund, Freddie, of stocks that are pulled for in a shoot. It's a bunch of stocks that are pulled into a fund for Berkshire Hathaway, and these are all Warren Buffett's stocks. Berkshire Hathaway is Warren Buffett's company.
Okay.
So you're basically investing in, his investments. So large part of it's Apple, some of the other really good companies as well, Coke, what have you. It's a good solid stock. It's been ripping. It hit all-time highs today. Here's the crazy part, right? This is actually a stock that actually does forward splits. They allow to do forward splits in this one. So this is why it's priced here at 352. So you remember us talking about forward splits before, right, Freddie? You like what that means for
Yes.
So
Real idea.
well, he was here when Amazon announced the forward split. I think he was live with us when that happened. But
yeah, I was like about the benefits and stuff, and he said it's easier for people to get in. And
exactly. So it doesn't affect it fundamentally, but just gives it an easier opportunity for people who have retail, or for retail traders to get in. Here's the thing: Berkshire Hathaway also has the option where you could buy their A shares where the stock does not split. And if you had to guess, Berkshire Hathaway has been since 1965, I believe, has been public since 1965. If the stock had never split between 1965 and now, where do you think that the stock's sitting at right now?
Just say it as a wild number.
Yeah, just give me a stupid fucking number.
Okay, I'm gonna say 1,500.
No, because
Higher?
10 times stupider.
Yeah.
Whoa, like 10 grand?
It's more than that.
10 times stupider.
Okay. 23,000.
All right.
You doubled it.
$528,000 a share.
500. Oh my God. That boy Warren Buffett, baby. He is wow.
Yeah. So this is what would happen. And so, like, if you look at Apple, for example, Apple has, if Apple had never done a split, stock would be somewhere around $30,000 a share. And this is how Berkshire has.
Wow. Holy shit. Yeah. I'm glad we cleared this up because I bought some bad blow from a guy named Berkshire. So that was kind of judging my thing, but I forgot that Warren Buffett was a part of this. So this is wow.
He's got his hands in everything. But yeah, if you're going to buy some Berkshire Hathaway, probably have a lot easier time getting into the B shares.
Wow.
All right. Don said 1,500 is your wild. Yeah, considering Tesla just hit 1,000.
Well, yeah. Also, the stocks he's buying is like $100.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Snookeroo says, I bought Tesla at 780, sold 15 shares today at 1118. Did it get that high today? Holy shit balls. I saw it hit 1,000 yesterday. I didn't watch it today. Wow, that's awesome. I think it's the high it hit 1070. I didn't see it hit 1100 today. Am I crazy? No, I saw it hit 1024. Maybe that's the typo. Maybe it was 1008. Best gain yet, regardless. Thanks, guys, for all you do changing people's lives. Hell yes, Snookeroo.
Yeah.
Nice trade, man. Mr. DeSoto, yes. 40% of Berkshire is Apple. They have a lot of it.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. Yeah, see, he bought Apple for the fund like 2015. And since then, it's gone up 500%. And Apple pays out dividends. I cannot remember the number off the top of my head, but I know that Apple paid Berkshire, like, I don't know, a couple $10 billion in revenue in dividends just last year, just in dividends. That's crazy.
That is wild.
All right. Going back to Neo here real quick. No movement on that. Like we said, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of to report on those numbers, but the honest company, looks like it's trying to make its way back. They came in and reported earnings per share at a loss of 10 cents when the expectation was a loss of 6. Also missed on earnings per share, also missed on revenue by about $5 million. So that's why the stock has sold off. It is trying to fight its way back. I'm sure maybe it has something to do with, I don't know, maybe the outlook or what have you. But stock's still not doing so great here in the after hours, as somebody was asking about that. Another one that I actually thought was interesting too. Darden Restaurants reported this morning, and they came in kind of in line on their earnings, but the real kicker was that they expect things to slow down for them. And I don't know about this. I think that there's a little bit of a lowballing situation going on because they came in, didn't report on a great quarter last quarter, but that had a lot to do with Omicron. And now that that's behind us, we don't have anything else really on the table as far as that's concerned. No crazy variants to worry about as of right now. But I think that they're just being extra conservative. You guys heard me talking about this earlier in the week about Darden being kind of an influencer of some of the other hospitality names. So if you guys don't know what's in Darden Restaurants is a parent company of like Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, a bunch of other names. So they came in and just didn't really give good numbers, didn't really give a great outlook. But I think that it could be an opportunity for Darden. It's interesting to note that they opened the day up red, actually ended up closing the day up green, around 1%. So I think this is a good opportunity. And where I really like the opportunity here, as far as hospitality is concerned, I put this on the watch list. So guys, here's your freebie. If you want to check out the watch list, make sure you go on to ownthechaos.com, or you can click the join button next to the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, you also want to click that. But every morning I put out a watch list of 5 stocks with a pretty detailed breakdown. One of our biggest winners has been CrowdStrike as of late. That went from $170 when we called it out all the way up to $220. That's been a monster. And this is the next one that I think could potentially be a monster. Batman Zoom, I know it's been a minute since you've been in the game, but look at this chart, bro.
Yeah.
This could go one of two ways.
Yeah.
If it breaks 110 support, it's going to shit the bed.
Yep.
If it bounces, though, it could have a monster move.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a lot of potential here for Wingstop to really make some moves. If my theory is right, that we see more traffic in areas of hospitality.
The challenge with hospitality now is just staffing, which translates to revenue.
Yeah.
Which is kind of out of their control. So like from a demand perspective, I don't think there's any question about that. It's, can you staff and can you get the quality staff and can the revenue come in for you to sustain it? There's still places that they can't even open every day because they can't staff it.
Right.
And then if you just have horrible service, now you got a whole nother challenge in general. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's not, the demand is certainly there. So if they can address that, and if staffing comes back, you could see some monster numbers.
Yeah.
Well, where would you look for confirmation?
I would look for confirmation. So if it breaks below 110, I think we know it's going lower. So that's the confirmation that it could go lower. And I'd actually turn bearish on Wingstop. But if it starts to go the other way, I would say that if it breaks up over 122, which is another area of resistance, we can mark this spot here. And we're going to get into NEO because I see it moving right now. But so 122 could be an area of resistance. We saw it act as a support all the way back here in November, and even back here in the summertime of last year. So I think that that could be the next area where if it breaks up over that resistance, we could start to see some FOMO really kick in. A couple of things to note is that it is at a bottom support here. It is an oversold territory. So I think the risk reward here looks pretty damn good. All right. So that was just a little bit.
I'll check on Neo, see if anything's up there.
All right. That was just a little tidbit for you to kill some time. But the stock is now up here after hours. It shot up to almost $23 a share after closing the day at $21.98. We do have some volume in here. It looks as if maybe we do have some earnings. So I'm pleasantly surprised here.
Okay, let's see what we got.
I thought for sure that we weren't going to get numbers out of them for a minute. But it looks like those numbers might be in. By the way, did you hear
up the numbers again?
The expectation?
Yep.
Expectation for NEO.
I don't see anything yet.
Loss of 21 cents was the expectation for earnings per share, and revenue is $1.5 billion.
Nothing yet, but I will stay on top of it.
Okay, cool. Speaking of EVs, did you hear that Nikola finally producing trucks?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
They're expected to deliver 500 of them this year.
Ooh.
Wow.
Get out of here. 500 whole vehicles.
but they're semi trucks,
Oh, really?
which is more than what Tesla is going to be delivering this year.
Wow, going that route, huh?
I'm just saying. I'm not. So also, I don't believe that for a second.
You don't
But
believe what? That they'll
If
be able-
if they deliver one semi truck, it'll still be more semi trucks than Tesla's delivered.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Stock was up 17% today as a result of that.
You buying Nico is what you're saying?
Hell no. Hell no. Freddie, the whole Nikola story is hilarious. There was this guy who was the CEO of the company, founder of the company, and claimed that he was going to have these semi trucks, these electric semi trucks out by now, and kind of duped everybody into thinking that it was actually going to happen. And they actually had a running semi truck, and they didn't. They were rolling that shit downhill.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of, there's a huge investigation on that. So the CEO resigned, the company's still alive, and they just announced that they're actually building semis now this week.
What does a new CEO look like? What's that person about?
I don't know. I haven't really dug into them. They were a previous board member, so I would imagine they're just as shady. Not like somebody came in off the street and just said, I'm going to be the CEO now.
Yeah.
All right. Any updates here? Come on, baby.
Yeah, no kidding, Don. So Don said if Tesla announces one more damn car before making the list, they already announced I'm going to lose my mind. Let's get that Roadster on the road. Or the Cybertruck, one of those two.
Oh my God! If they got get the Cybertruck on the road, but if they got the Roadster,
Yeah, the Roadster is God. All right. Still no word on numbers from Neo. Maybe this is just people buying it up for no good reason. But the stock shot up like 5% out of nowhere. It's still up around 2% here, and it looks like it's got some relatively decent volume here after hours trading. But we don't have any numbers on it. Yeah, no kidding, Don. They're so stuck on the Y. I guess because the Model Y just continues to sell like crazy. The Model 3 and the Model Y is just like insane. So I guess they're striking while the iron's hot. But man, can you imagine when the Cybertruck comes out, people will lose their mind. Lots of people saying that they're happy to see you back, Fat Man Zoom.
good to be back. Appreciate the love. What's up, Buzz Jones off the top rope? This makes me think of a wrestler.
I don't know. All right, guys. Well, you know what's about to happen. We're going to sign off of here, and then Neo's going to announce their earnings in about 5 minutes. But we're going to go anyways. We're going to let you guys go. Make sure you hit the thumbs up before you walk out the door. I certainly would appreciate it. And I'll be back here on Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time to go over the week ahead for Stock Watch Sunday. So make sure you're tuning into that, as well as a reminder to hit that join button next to subscribe if you want to get the watch list, portfolio reviews, live streams, access to our Discord, all kinds of goodies. And really, the risk is nil. For the price of a gallon of gas, you can get a watch list from us at $4.99 a month. and we would love to have you guys as a part of the crew. So make sure you're doing all that. Freddie, thanks for joining us today. Where can the people find you?
Housekeeping says RIP Razor Ramon. So I just need to mention that. Shout out to Oozing Machismo. Patreon.com/Freddie Valoy. And then follow me on Instagram, Freddie Valoy. Thank you guys.
Perfect.
Shout out to Claudia for this snazzy hat and another badass hat. Appreciate you guys. And if you want to follow the cancer journey as I wither away and die my next 18 months, go to Hitchhiker's Guide to Cancer. But I'll be back later this week. Bye.
Bye.